I apologize for the next day upload yet again, Jays fans. But you know what? After that debacle last night in Baltimore, we all need a breather. Jays lose 7-4 to the Orioles there yesterday. And we obviously know the Baltimore Orioles are not the Baltimore Orioles of years past. We all know that. However, Yusei Kikuchi continues to do Yusei Kikuchi things. And that is walk a bunch of guys and give up some bombs. With the loss, the Jays now dropped to 60-49 on the year. And there's some things to discuss here. First off, before we go any further, obviously, as you guys have probably seen by now, Jackie Bradley Jr. is now a Blue Jay. Don't freak out too crazy, though, because that is just, Bradley Zimmer replacement. He's no good, right? We all know that. So Jackie Bradley Jr. probably filled that hole a lot better than Bradley Zimmer. And he's actually, I wouldn't say a half-competent bat, but he's, better than Bradley Zimmer. Let's be real. But let's break down this ball game. Bottom of the first inning. He walks two guys in the inning, does Yusei Kikuchi. Then he gives him a 3-run bomb to Ramon Urias. How many times this year have we talked about the walks coming back to kill this guy every single time? And they do in the first inning, and just like that, you're down 3-0. Top of the third inning, Kevin Biggio destroys one to right center. It's a solo bomb for him. Jay's on the board at least. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Hey, you can chip away at this. Right, it's only a 2-run ball game here. Next half inning, though, Anthony Santander takes Kikuchi deep. Then Ryan Mountcastle goes back-to-back and takes him deep. And I'm really not sure the pitch selection on that Mountcastle AB. You start him off with a couple fastballs, and he hasn't done anything with it. Then you just throw him off-speed after off-speed after off-speed, and then you throw a hanger off-speed, and he destroys it out of the ballpark. Or you throw way too many off-speeds that it just makes your fastball inusable because he's just waiting for one to come. And just like that, you give him 3 home runs. You were down 5-1 in the third inning. It's just sad to watch. I try to continue to have faith in the guy because the stuff is there. But man, oh man, when you walk a couple of guys in the first inning, give up a 3-run shot, and then 2 innings later, you give up back-to-back home runs, you have 3 home runs in 3 innings, how are we supposed to have faith in that? You just don't. And we all look at this scenario last night as this is why we wanted another starter. This is why we wanted at least a Noah Syndergaard. This is why we wanted them to pursue Frankie Montas. This is why we wanted those to happen during the trade deadline. But the best pitcher we got starting pitching-wise, put that in air quotes because he's basically Ross Stripling, is Mitch White. And when we're seeing Yusei Kikuchi go out there every 5 days and do this, it's embarrassing. Now, at the top of the 6th inning, Matt Chapman goes deep, destroys an off-speed pitch from Jordan Lyles, and hey, it's a 5-2 ball game, you never know. But then in the next half inning, Austin Hayes takes an inside pitch from Trent Thornton, destroys it to left field, and it's gone. So there goes that 1 run right back. But then in the top of the 8th inning, the Jays with the chip away a little bit. Ryan Altabia with an RBI single scoring Bo. Then Danny Jansen inning sacrifice fly scoring Matt Chapman. And just like that, the Jays are right back in this thing. It's a 6-4 ball game. You bring the tying run to the plate here. You can't get anything else. Bottom of the 8th inning, Trevor Richards gives up a run as Ryan Mountcastle to an RBI single. Adley Rutschman comes in to score. But the story of the game, we can talk about Kikuchi being bad, and that is a massive story of this game. You could also say the inability to get those clutch knocks happened a lot during last night's game. Yes, you had the RBI single from Tapia and the sacrifice fly and a couple solo bombs. You scored 4 runs. I get that. The team had 12 hits. And I don't know how many times during this game they had guys 2 on, 1 out. Or 2 on, nobody out in the 9th inning. You had 2 on and nobody out there in the 9th. And you get nothing. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Neither base runner moves. And you had the tying run at the plate with nobody out. There were so many opportunities to at least drive in 1 or 2 that they didn't get. Now, when you give up 7 runs, you can't expect to win a ball game, all right? I'm not going to dismiss that fact. But this team is known for their offense, right? We're an offensive team. We know we don't have the greatest bullpen, and we know the back end of the rotation's pretty shot. So you need the offense to do what they do. But they haven't been doing that lately. They only scored 4 last night, and they got to figure this thing out. They're kind of floating right now with the Rays and the Mariners, where you could be taking advantage of I believe the Mariners lost yesterday to the Yankees. You can take advantage of that, but you don't. Now, I'm not saying you should beat up on the Orioles because, like I said, they're playing better. They're 5 games over 500. They're not playing bad baseball. They're playing very inspired ball. But if you're the Jays, with the team that you keep putting out there day after day, you should be winning these games. Offensively, what do we see? Well, Alejandro Kirk went 2 for 5 in the game. Matt Chapman went 2 for 3, scored a couple runs, had an RBI and a home run, so it's good to see him have a good day. And Raimel Tapia went 3 for 4 with an RBI, albeit one was a little squibber infield single, but hey, it counts, doesn't matter. Team had 12 hits overall, only struck out 5 times, and walked 3 times. So you got on base quite a bit today. You put the ball in play quite a bit. Problem was, whenever you had guys on base, you were grounding into double plays. That just can't happen. But Yusei Kikuchi also can't happen. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 Ks, walked 3, and give up 3 home runs. You just can't. You can't win that way. Trent Thornton went 2 innings, allowed 1 hit. It was a solo bomb to Austin Hayes. Got a strikeout as well in his 2 innings. And then Trevor Richards went an inning, allowed a couple hits and a walk, and gave up 1 run in his inning. Back to the drawing board for the Toronto Blue Jays. They get back in action today. Obviously, Game 2 of the series against the O's at Camden Yard. Alek Manoah and Kyle Bradish is the pitching matchup. Listen, Jays fans. Alek Manoah, if you love looking at ERAs, sub 2.5. Kyle Bradish, north 6.5. If there is a game where the Jays offense could wake up and get us one of those W's where Alek Manoah can just cruise through 7 and do nice things, this would be the day. It's a 7:05 first pitch there at Camden Yards. This is the one you want. Because you don't know what you're going to get from Road Barrios tomorrow. You need the W tonight. All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game last night, smack that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game last night. Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM, do that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down there, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, of course, Jays Edition tonight. Game 2 of the 3-game set there at Camden Yards at Oriole Park. Alek Manoah, Kyle Bradish is the pitching matchup there. 7:05 first pitch. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not that game last night. We'll talk to you guys then.